Hey everybody, this is Jess and you're listening to the Real Girls, Real Advice with Jess podcast. We have a really important question today from Khaled, who is 14 from North Carolina. And she asks, Dear Jess, how do you make yourself cool? I just can't be cool. That was it. Short and sweet from Khaled. But you know what? It makes a lot of sense because the first question that I had back was, what is cool? Like really, seriously, let's think about it. What is cool? Is cool what you see in a magazine? Is cool what you hear on TV or listen to on the radio? Is cool what your friend says? Is cool what your parents say? What is cool for you guys? I think this is a great question and a great opportunity for us to really redefine what it means to be cool. I imagine that Khaled is talking about probably not feeling like she's part of the in crowd or popular or accepted or maybe as liked as she'd want to be. But I think this is time for all the girls out there to really redefine what cool means to them. I'll tell you what cool means to me. After going through a period of my life where I felt so not cool, I discovered that everything that I used to hate about myself is actually really great. I'm smart, I'm funny, at least I try to be, I'm witty, I'm a great friend, I'm a good listener, I love to swim, I love to volunteer and give back to my community and to the world. I'm a very good daughter and I take care of my parents and I'm a good friend to my parents. And I'm genuinely nice to people. I smile at strangers. I talk to people. I try not to judge people. Those are all things that to me are really cool. Do I think that I dress well and do I like the way I look? Yeah, I think you grow into that. And I think cool can't be defined by clothing. And I don't think cool can be defined by what you look like on the outside. I think cool is about you having some massive inner style and you knowing who you are. And sometimes when you're in junior high or high school, that feels like an impossible task. And everybody around you is going to be telling you what's cool or what's not. The other thing to remember is that advertising and the media loves to tell us what's cool. But you know why they do that? Because they want to sell you something. They want you to buy the latest lip gloss or pair of shoes or backpack because that's going to make somebody money if you think it's cool. What I think is cool is when you are independent and can think for yourself. If you like wearing a certain style of clothes, then wear it. If you like playing a certain sport, then play it. When you exercise your independence and your authenticity, to me, that's really being cool. So, Khaled, to answer your question, I think you probably are cool. It's just up to you to find out what makes you cool, what makes you smart, what makes you interesting. You have to decide that for yourself. You really can't make yourself cool. I think you just are. You are cool when on the inside you love who you are. Think about that, you guys. Let me know your thoughts on that. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
G'day, mate! Welcome to the next installment of Real Girls, Real Advice with Jess.
Alright, that was a horrible accent, but you get my point. This is Jess, and our first question is from Jamie in Australia. Jamie wants to know, Dear Jess, I'm addicted to junk food, and I want to eat more healthy, but the TV and shops just tempt me. What do I do? Jamie is 15, and gosh, I bet you everybody out there is relating to this. You know, Jamie, we're all addicted to junk food in one way or another because if you look around, that's all there is around us, isn't there? I mean, you walk anywhere and you can get fast food or you can get food that's already prepackaged or food that's already been, fried, dyed, and flipped to the side. Like, it's all really gross and not always the greatest for us. But you have to look at health as a long-term goal, not just something you get immediately. So you can make some smaller choices every day to start to eat better and differently. First and foremost, I say limit the amount of food that you eat that comes from a bag. Think about it. Food grows on trees, food comes from the ground. That's like nature's food, natural food. Our chips and our cookies and our pretzels and our crackers, all that stuff is already prepackaged and doesn't have a lot of nutrients. So I think one of the things you can start to do is stop eating food that comes from a bag or just kind of being really careful about what you're choosing. You want to eat as fresh as possible. If you're not a big fruit and vegetables fan, try to find at least one or two things that you really do like. Like maybe out of all the fruits, you just like apples. Try to eat at least an apple a day. Or, if you like vegetables, try to make sure that you eat sometimes more salads than you do the fried foods. There are little switch outs. There's little moderations that you can make. You don't have to go crazy. You don't have to be drastic, and certainly, by all means, don't go on a diet, but just make sure that you're balancing junk food with real food, and I think you'll see a difference in how your body feels, because when we load our bodies up with real, live, alive food, our bodies feel drastically different and better than when we eat a lot of stuff that comes in a wrapper. So just take it one step at a time, Jamie. Try to replace one junk food item with one health food item each day and see how that starts to make you feel. Eventually, you'll probably have a whole new nutritional plan, and you'll find a whole new way to eat. But right now, you got to kind of give yourself a break. Everybody's influenced by the junk food craze. You don't have to have your life ruled by it. You can just take one step at a time towards better health. Try that and let me know how it goes, all right?
Good day, mate.
Thanks so much, you guys, for these great questions. You've been listening to Real Girls, Real Advice with Jess, our podcast version. I love to hear from you, so make sure you keep your questions coming, and I'll talk to you real soon.